Hello, and welcome to Dad Doesn't Have Time for This, the show where we review things quickly and then compare them to everything else in existence. Today, I'm going to talk about a game. I don't do that as often as I'd like to. That's because I don't have time for a lot of games. But today, we're going to talk about Hogwarts Legacy. I wanted a game where you're a wizard and you do wizard things. And you know what? This game was a game where you're a wizard and you do wizard things. So, if nothing else, it lived up to my expectations. Did it take me over a year to get through this because I have not time for this? Yes, it did take me over a year to get through this, but that's okay. Because I just kind of play through things leisurely as I have time, and it's a nice distraction when I need it. This is the standard open world shebang, large map, lots of icons. You can go to the icons and do things. It's kind of repetitive, but it's also kind of cathartic. And it's kind of like, it's funny. Breath of the Wild had a lot of that, except it wasn't a map filled with icons where you had to go to do things. It was more of an exploration thing. But for something like Hogwarts, where you're a wizard doing wizard things, a map with a bunch of icons to go to kind of helped. And I think it actually worked in its favor. Though, after playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I prefer Nintendo's approach under most circumstances. Combat, pretty straightforward. You get a bunch of spells, you can rotate through them pretty quickly. The forbidden spells are rather overpowered, but that's to be expected. And there are hints of morality throughout the game, but there's not really any major consequences. Like, you can be as good or as evil as you want, and regardless of how you play the game, there's like one decision in the last 5 minutes of the game that will determine if you get the good or evil ending. And everything you did before that is pretty irrelevant, aside from some tangential characters who may or may not show up in the ending, whether they got sent to Azkaban or not. So, as far as the story is concerned, I'd say this was vastly superior than the drivel that was the Fantastic Beasts series. And I would have much rather seen this as the follow-up to the Harry Potter films than those. The Fantastic Beasts had some mildly interesting things, but it just never really sat right, and it was just... Ugh. I don't even watch the first two. The third one I couldn't even get the motivation to watch. That kind of says it all. So I really like the story of this a lot. I thought they did a good job. Build your own character, lots of fun, and... anything else? That about sums it up. All in all, I had a really good time with this. I just wanted something casual that I could just throw on and roam around and do wizard things, and it delivered. So I'm going to say this was the 67th best game of all time, and I hope you all have a good day.